Hello, school is back. Take your seats. You are in lesson 4.
And we're going to be talking to you today about mastering social media.
And I'm just going to sit and listen because he is the social media master.
Connoisseur.
Connoisseur.
Rearrange. Move them paws, baby.
I didn't know what you were going to rearrange when you...
His paws.
No, I didn't know anything about yourself.
No, that's a previous season. You might not have spotted it. But we are, touching on social media today. Little recap. If you didn't tune in last week, we spoke all about pricing and how you are going to work out your prices per treatment. So I hope you've got your own work because we set you some.
Yes, we did. We set you some
So you
homework
best have
and
it.
we wanted to know how much it was costing you per treatment to do your most popular treatment in salon, and was you getting any profit from that?
Were you surprised?
Was you shocked to know how little it cost you? Were you shocked to know how little profit you're earning?
That's the real question.
Yes.
But now that you've nailed all your pricing, or you should have done, it's time to make sure that the world know about these treatments.
Yes.
And we're going to do that through social media. And while we're talking about social media, hit that like, follow, share, subscribe button. And sign yourself up to everything What the Pluck.
And
Otherwise,
while you... And whilst you are on these social medias, hashtag WTP Beauty School, because that is our latest hashtag.
and that's how we'll see all your little bits. Obviously tags and stuff like that. But use as hashtag. But you don't need... Let's kick things off. I'm going to say it. You don't need millions of followers in 2025.
No.
You just need the right ones.
Yes.
And today we're going to show you how to make social media work for your business. So me and Harriet are very brows, very lashes. Harriet does a lot of other treatments. I don't. When we talk and we give examples, a lot of the time you'll notice that we always refer to what we know best.
Brows.
Yes. Occasionally lashes. And we are trying to be more open. But everything that we go through can be applied in every lesson that we're covering this season to any aspect of the beauty industry.
Yes.
So
and hair, really.
Yeah. If you don't hear us talking about hair or intimate waxing, it's not that this doesn't apply. It's just that we automatically
don't really
go
know.
to what we know best. But one of the struggles that I see people say when it comes to social media is that they've spent hours on a post only to get a handful of likes.
Yeah.
It's happened to me.
Yeah, me too.
Happened to Harriet. And that can be the case.
Yeah, and it kind of makes you feel a little bit like you're like, oh, was that good? Or have I posted it at wrong time? Have I not done it to my right audience or whatever? But just because you're not getting likes on that picture as well does not mean that people have not seen it. There's a lot of people that go on, how many times do you go on somebody's profile and scroll through stuff, or if you look on their page and think, oh, that's nice. We're not double tapping everything, are we? We're not double tapping, it all and thinking that's good, that. We make that decision in our head and think, I like that, that's good.
Yeah. But don't get too bogged down with, well, that took me ages and I didn't, get this. Because we're going to talk about different ways in which you can utilize it, what might have gone wrong. But you need to, when using social media and you're thinking to yourself, why does it matter? It's about reaching your ideal client. So most beauty clients research services online before booking a treatment, and a strong social presence is going to help build that trust. So we spoke last week about the words that you're using when you're talking about your treatments. So it's not just, I think the example was don't say it's a 90-minute facial. It's a 90-minute self-care, stress relief.
Yep.
You want to be using these if you're doing any text-based graphics where you're talking about your treatments, or captions.
Yeah.
Because people do go to see your work before booking in with you.
Yes.
I would say 9 times out of 10.
And guess what? It's free. Social media advertising, unless you are boosting your posts or whatever, or you're paying for advertisements, it's completely free. And my mum used to say this. She said it for years. Go on, Anne Thacker. She's been like, I don't know why people don't post on social media because it's free advertising. She says years ago, we used to have to pay to post it in the paper.
Yeah.
And advertise what we did in the paper without photographs, without coloured photographs as well, without booking links that you can click on and stuff like that. So it is free advertisement, so use it.
And following on from last week's episode where we were talking all about like your profit and stuff, this ain't gonna touch it.
No,
because it's free.
Yeah.
But you need to also like, your pictures will look great. Or your transformations are great, but you need to build that personal connection with whoever it is that is looking at your profile. And that's one of the good things. Obviously, social media lets you showcase your personality, and that's what will help set you apart from competition or others in the industry.
We're not really talking about like, let's use your business page as your I'm going to have a rant about like somebody who's parked over my drive on road. Do you know what I mean? On my road, or I'm going to have a rant about somebody who's done X, Y, and Z. No, you still need to be at a level of professional, but still try and show some of your personality, your professional personality as well. Nobody wants to be seen, like you're moaning about somebody's kid's mum at school and all that. We don't need to see that. We just need to see some of your personality in. Because people like to see a person. I think if somebody is constantly seeing, because I've done this before sometimes when I've looked on people's work pages and I'm not even having that treatment done to them, but I've scrolled down to see, I always think, oh, who's behind this?
What do they look like?
What do they look like who's done this? Because this is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, what do they kind of look like? Is this a male? Is this a female? What, yeah.
And people connect with people. And as much as a lot of you might hate being in front of the camera, it's kind of what you've got to do, babe. You need to, show yourself. And that can be like in different ways. If you don't feel that comfortable in front of the camera, maybe just get a nice professional looking headshot of you in salon or something and pin it to the top of like your Instagram or whatever, and do a caption introducing yourself, like who you are, what you like, what you offer, how long you've been in the industry, what services. And that's the way that people can get to know you. You could then go to like the opposite end, which is me. Blanco's giving us a little hello, which I'll post pictures on while I'm on holiday, and then the next pictures are before and after.
Yeah.
Then I might be like, I think I look amazing on a night out, so I posted a selfie.
Yeah.
Like, mine's very blurred, but I think that's where you need to think, am I selling myself as a brand? Or am I solely pushing the salon as a brand?
Yeah.
And that's where there's a difference. And I think that's where like mine works, because I'm was a one-man band. But it was this Jamie Long persona, we call it. So that's what people like to see. But then if you're just pushing your salon and the treatments that you offer, and that's where it's going to be a little bit more professional.
Yeah.
You could say.
And even like when you're posting pictures of yourself or whatever, if you're not comfortable being in front of the camera, also get the girls like in salon to even maybe get like an action shot. You ain't got to show your client. They can just show like the top of their brows or whatever, and you doing them. In terms of like professional headshots or professional looking headshots, the amount of pictures that we have taken in this room with just a ring light, and people would think they were professional, but just take them of yourself, set up a timer, have a play around with it. If you're not comfortable in other people taking it, there's so many good like apps and stuff like that now, and as cameras on as phones are so amazing, and all you need is just a bit of lighting, and that's it. As long as you've got good lighting, you can have these professional looking headshots, definitely.
And a little stat for you. You know that we're like a stats this season.
Oh, we do.
So, did you know that 90% of people trust per recommendations like client reviews and before and after posts on social media?
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to trust like word of mouth, I think, will always be, the strong one. But it is those client reviews. Like, and you've got to think, not just our industry, like, if I'm going somewhere, I'll look at the reviews.
Yeah.
If we're on holiday and we want to find a restaurant, we might find one online that we're going to go to that night, and then we'll look at reviews.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if everyone's saying it's crap, we're not going to waste us time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So having those reviews, and I think it's no good just having them sat like on Google or on...
Who checks Google reviews?
Like Booksy.
Yeah.
Mine are on there. Like, you need to post them.
Yeah.
And whether that's... I do every so often, like, recent reviews, and I might share 4 or 5 as a carousel, but I also share them to my story, and it's pinned as a highlight.
How are you getting your clients to do these reviews then?
So on my booking system on Booksy, they get... it's all automated. I've set it all up.
So it's all... They then contact them after and say, would you leave a review?
Yeah, so they'll get an email from me, but it comes through Booksy. It's all automatic, and it'll just say, like... Hope
How
you're
was your
loving
experience?
Hope you're loving your results. Do you have a spare minute to leave me a review?
Yeah.
So even that again.
Yeah.
I know I pay for the booking platform, but all these add-ons of like email communication and stuff like that, it automatically does it. I've never asked for a review personally.
But it just automatically does it. It's out of the way, and then you get a notification.
And I've got
when
them.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely try work on like reviews,
because it's always about as well like bagging content and like storing it as well. So to try and get as many like posts, as many posts banked, even if it is a review or whatever, because you need to keep that constant flow of posts.
So now we're going to tell you and go over how you can build a winning social media strategy. And we're going to kick things off by saying choose your platforms wisely. Now, a lot of stuff I've seen online that's apparently trending for 2025 is...
Please don't say Facebook.
No.
Thank God that's not coming back.
Brands, and I think it's quite big brands, but obviously it'll filter down to us at some point, separating their social.
Right.
So it might be like, if there's you've got your salon account, which is your before and afters, and that's what's attracting your clients, but then you might have another account, which everyone's, no one is going to be happy about this, which might be like... the salon name, like behind the scenes.
Right.
And that's where you share the more funny, quirky kind of stuff.
Sounds like a lot of work, doesn't it?
It's a lot of work, but apparently that's what's trending. So we'll see if it takes off in 2025 with these bigger brands. And, if you love social, it might be great for you. But
I do like the idea of that. I do like being able to see the fun side of things, like, and, the name behind the social media, etc. That is nice because I feel like it makes them more real life as well, doesn't it? But it does sound like a lot of work.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
But when it does come to choosing your platform, focus on platforms where your ideal clients spend their time. So Instagram, that is where like visual storytelling happens and like beauty transformations. TikTok is quick.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't get someone's attention in, like, 3 seconds, they've gone past. Yeah. It's engaging tutorials and trends. And I find it is always TikTok where these trends begin. Yeah. And we laugh at one of our friends because he'll send a meme that we saw, like, weeks ago on TikTok.
Months ago on TikTok.
It is like, lol, look at this.
And he'll be like, oh, my God, this song's amazing. I'm like... Babe, it's been on me Spotify for months because it's been on TikTok.
But he refuses to have TikTok. He just has Instagram.
Yeah.
And I do see, because I have both, trends that were hot on TikTok, then resurface on Instagram like months later. Yeah. And then Facebook is obviously very much for like community engagement and local marketing. Without stereotyping, Facebook, you're going to get your mums. And your older clients.
Yeah, my mum.
That's what you're going to get.
My mum loves it. Like, she'll see stuff on Facebook and she loves it. She clicks the link and she follows and she'll buy this stuff and then it will turn up and it's nothing like it. Yeah. But it's for the mums, isn't it? They love
TikTok is obviously like your younger generation.
TikTok Shop. How much are we enthralled in TikTok Shop? Do you buy a lot from TikTok Shop?
Yeah, I bought a few bits.
I've bought quite a lot. And it's just so easy to be like, buy now.
Yeah.
Click here to buy now. Do. Like you go straight onto it. If you've got a button that says book now or whatever, done. So quick.
And then your Instagram's like our age.
Yeah. Middle-aged.
Middle-aged
ladies.
Just over the hill. And I do think that's where those kind of people sit when it comes to the different platforms.
Yeah.
So, have a look. What does your ideal client look like and where do they spend their time? That's what you need to think.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, if you want mums, mature clients, the younger generation and middle-aged babes like us, you're going to have to post on Instagram, TikTok and Facebook.
You are. You're going to have to be very, very busy. Yeah. You're going to have to be. So
Sorry.
Yes, Oz. So the different types of content that we would advise to have, basically, is your before and after pictures. They're always like your safety blanket. Classics. You're always going to get, I see a lot of people making the mistake, and I used to be one of them. They put the before picture first. And if you look on somebody's profile...
Blanco.
Have we had enough? Shh. Go sleep. And so the before and after pictures, they are basically your safety net. They are going to be the ones, and I do see people making this mistake of sometimes, I've done it myself years ago, you put your before photo first. If somebody came to look on your Instagram and saw all these before pictures, they would not, on your grid, they would not be thinking, oh, these are all before. They won't know if they were afters. So they probably just look on your page and think, God, they look crap.
Yeah.
So, try and put your after pictures first to showcase, obviously, and always put a before picture as well if you can, just to showcase that transformation. Educational content, so tips, tutorials, and product demos. You do quite a lot of product demos and stuff, don't you? And that's obviously going to give you a chance to explain your treatment. Not only explain your treatments, but explain and talk through your products. And then that is going to get you sales with your products as well. So behind the scenes, everybody loves a little behind the scenes. One of my biggest videos was actually a day in the life or whatever. And it just showcased all the treatments that I were doing that day.
Yeah.
Nothing else really, just a quick video of me in the mirror showcasing all the different treatments I did that day and the results from them, and on me even just mid-treatment doing it, and people absolutely loved it. So snippets of your day and how your treatments work is always great.
People like to see you working, but also people are nosy.
Yeah, they are.
So people want to see what you're using or what you're doing, how you're doing that. Yeah. And that's fine. Yeah. We do it.
Yeah.
Well, if there's someone online who I think, God, they're good, I will look at videos to try see what products they've got.
We're zooming in on them videos thinking,
what are they doing there that's different? Yeah.
What's that on side that they've got there? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And client testimonies, look, Jamie's talked about it. So to build trust with real, honest feedback. Don't be making any fake testimonies up.
Yeah. And I think when it comes to like a good content rule, you want to think like 80 to 20% rule. That's what you want to try go by. So your 80% is going to be your valuable content. So whether that's like testimonials, before and afters, tutorials, product demos, everything that Harriet's just gone through. And then your 20% would be like your promotional posts. Every post that you put on, you don't want to always be like, space is available, book now. Click link in bio to book.
Yeah.
DM to book. It just gets too over, like it just gets a bit too much, and it don't give off the right impression on social.
Yeah.
So for a lot of these, like if you've done a client before and after, talk about what you've done or what the client wanted in the caption.
Yeah.
And leave it at that.
Yeah.
But then that'll build obviously your 80% and then your 20%. that's where you can put in about ways to book, or you might do a dedicated post on how to book, or if you're running a promotion on products or treatments or whatever in salon. But yeah, always try to stick to that like 80-20% rule, because too many promotions comes across not the best.
Right, so a visual tip as well is, I can't stress to you how much lighting plays a massive part in your social media advertising. If you have not got good lighting, if you've not got a ring light, if you've not got like a glam lamp or anything like that, or whatever they're called these days, what are they, moon lamps and all, what?
Yeah.
There's all sorts that you can get now. If you've not got good lighting that is basically brightening everything up and showing that it's like daylight in your room, then it's not gonna really.
Yeah.
You cannot take. Please stop taking pictures with the flash on. It's not gonna look the same as a ring light or, you know, glam light. Like, yeah, it's not gonna look the same. So invest in your lighting. It's massively important. If you've not got it overhead, you need to have it like on the ceiling. You need to have it one that pops up and down, what you can take away. I know, like, obviously, if you're self-employed, you can't control what lighting the salon has on the ceiling, but you can control what lighting you bring to your treatments. These lights are so easy to pack away, and there is so many different brands of them now. They're so cheap.
Yeah.
I remember when we first got the newer ring light, it were a fortune.
Yeah.
But we were like, we've got to have it.
God.
Because this is... Do you remember when we just had one in HG training? And we used to pass it around?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And when we got it, we were like, yes.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing. And then when we all got one, we were like, oh my God, I've still got an OG.
Have you?
Yeah, ring light, yeah. Yeah. I love it. I'm so attached to it, and it's been going for years, and I'm obsessed. Yeah.
I've got the Moonlight now, but I do have like a little newer handheld one.
Yeah. For pictures.
For pictures. So rather than, I've got overhead lighting, my Moonlight, I don't use it how you should use it. I just use it to light the client, really, not mooned across the face. But then when it comes to pictures, I'll just get my little handheld one. Yeah. They're about 40-50 quid on Amazon. Recharge it, different settings, and I can just hold that with one hand and my phone with the other to light exactly how I want. Because, again, like, sometimes if it's just a static light, if you've got windows and stuff, as the sun changes and the lighting outside changes, that you're then constantly moving your light and wires and stuff. But yeah, lighting's absolutely key. Yeah,
it's crucial.
And stop using filters. That's not even on his notes, but stop using filters, because we can all tell, we can all see that you've smoothed them to an inch of the life. Stop. We're in 2025.
Stop putting filters on your clients' faces. They are gorgeous enough. You do not need to take a picture of their full face and put a full beauty filter on their face.
Sharon came in for an LVL online and
she's gone out with a facelift.
On after pictures, she's as smooth as a slug. You blurred her skin that much. The hell are you doing?
The Johnson's baby oil is going on.
Sponsored by. Like, and I know we're making fun of it, but if you are, please stop. Just like, and I do think I have to say to my mum all the time, like, she uses them on herself. Like, when she does.
Is it a Snapchat film?
Something like that, yeah. But it smooths. I said, ma'am, you look 12 and you're clearly not. I'm all for a little, zhuzh. I said,
up.
You've got no nose. Is that smooth? You've got no nose.
You've just got two holes.
Yeah.
Just nostrils.
But, again, I feel like, how do I say this without being a bitch?
Go on, say it.
I feel like...
It's a mum's thing. Is that what you're going to say?
No, ish. But I do feel like, because social and the filters and everything were sprung on them later on.
Yeah.
They kind of... I can spot filters a mile off, but that's because we grew up with social media. Like, it came out at the right time for us. Yeah. We can tell, and generations younger can tell, but the older generations...
No, they can't tell.
Can't really tell. So sometimes they're editing and think it looks okay.
My mum will say about people, God, don't she look good, Harriet? she's got to have something done. And I'm like, Mum, she's 75 years old. That is not what she looks like. I saw her yesterday in Tesco's. That's not what she looks like, Mum. And she's like, really? No, she doesn't look like that, Mum. Honestly, I promise you, she doesn't.
Do what you want on yourself isn't all of that, but I do think when it comes to like you showcasing work,
come on,
know, edit lighting, make it a bit brighter, make it, you know, whatever it is. But when you're like adding hairs, I've seen people add hairs.
Shut up.
Yeah. Or you're like doing all this mental stuff, that's unachievable because you didn't create it.
Yeah. So when your clients come to you with a face that is so silky smooth and like all these chiseled features and they say, I want to look like that, if you've been doing aesthetics and you've been editing it, it's not, they're going to think, well, what a con.
Yeah.
That were.
Yeah. But anyway, that were my little rant.
I quite liked it.
Reply to comments in your DMs as well. Like whether it's comments on your posts or DMs.
Yeah.
Always try and reply like promptly. You can now on certain platforms set like out of hours, so it does come up saying this person's in quiet mode.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm not saying reply to them 24/7, you know, but in like work hours or have a little message on that says like you're always going to aim to get back to them like ASAP.
Yeah.
If people comment on your pictures, again, just to like boost your engagement, always comment back to them.
Yeah.
But Instagram, what they're rolling out is they're cracking down on like bots and fake accounts.
Yeah.
So if you're doing like a post, and I see a lot of people do this, comment WTP for a sneak peek of next week's episode.
Right.
And people like comment underneath the post like WTP, and they'll send whatever or like a free download. Right. But this new feature on Instagram, they're going to see that as spam and your account could be deactivated.
Right.
So if you're running things like that where it's like comment this for that.
Comment for this and yeah.
I'd watch out for that. And also if you're going to reply to comments, try not do, and I've done it before, you're like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Try
not because you could then be seen as spam.
Ah.
And your account could be deactivated.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So even if it's just changing up the emojis or something like that, or
because
thank you rather than, you know.
Yeah, try and make the comments different, because I saw someone that said, even if this were a couple of years ago, and now watching something that were on about social media, and they were saying, even if you comment on the picture with the same reply to everybody, that if somebody sees that you've replied, because it didn't used to let you know what they'd said, did it?
Yeah.
It just said so-and-so has replied to your comment. So they'd then have to go back on, and then it would take them back to the post, and then that would get another view on that post or that picture. Or that video. So then the ratings would go higher and stuff like that. But I think now they cut down on it a lot.
It's always changing, yeah. But like to help boost your engagement as well, just simple stuff, and this is mainly like Insta, but like use polls, do Q&As, use the stickers, story features, like interact, ask questions.
Yeah.
That's where like you need to get past thinking, I didn't get many likes on that, because it's not about likes or followers.
It's engagement.
It's your engagement. Like you could have 10 followers, but if all 10 of them, every time you post, comment, share, tag their friends, like that is a stronger audience than having 100 people who don't interact at all. Yeah, your follower total's different and the 100 looks better. Yeah. But actually it's not better. Yeah. Because no one's engaging with your stuff. Yeah. They're just ghosting you. But when you kind of want to like leverage your hashtags in your geotags, so like use local hashtags and tag your location to attract nearby clients. When I've been doing stuff at salon and I'm looking and I'm like, I have no idea where you are. Yeah. Obviously when we've looked for staff and stuff like that, I think you're great,
but I don't know where the hell you are.
You could be Timbuktu. Yeah. I've no idea where you are.
Not got it in your bio as well, where they're based or whatever. Yeah.
So like every post I put on my Instagram, I always check in like location wise on Insta in Wakefield.
Yeah.
So people can, if anyone tries to search for like Wakefield brows,
you will come up.
I'll come up.
Yeah.
And that's how you need to do it with yours.
So when you're saying, so you go on you go on Instagram and you'll tag the area at the top as Wakefield.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So like on yours, you could do like Waff upon Dern. Is it Dern?
Yeah, but what I were doing is I tagged the salon. Because the location of the salon comes up.
You've got like a check-in. Yeah. But then
Either or.
Do either or, like do the salon, because then if somebody looks for the salon name, they'll come up.
Yeah.
But also like unless somebody knows your salon name.
Yeah, it's not going to do it.
Yeah. So you'd want to have like Waff or whatever.
And it brings you obviously them new clients in, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And then like your hashtags. So I think the thing at the minute is like don't overkill it. Sometimes I post without hashtags and it does great. Sometimes I post with.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a flop.
Yeah.
But like, again, for like the location, like hashtag your city beauty, not physically your city, but like Wakefield beauty, Sheffield beauty, Rotherham beauty, or whatever. Like your service type and the location.
Yeah.
And then it's like more specific. So brows or lashes, like what treatment is it, area and stuff like that. You don't want to be like, I don't know, you used to be able to get like hashtag generators.
Really?
Yeah, and you'd put in like,
oh, I think I remember this. Yeah,
like you'd type in like brows and it'd give you like 30 hashtags.
I remember this. What was that app called?
I can't remember. Brow goals, brow glow up, brow babes,
brow envy.
Envy, brow perfection,
brow porn.
And it were like, oh, searching brow porn.
Yeah.
Ooh,
searching nail porn.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think sometimes you're better off just keying in on like a few like targeted hashtags rather than going balls to the wall.
A massive thing with social media is consistency. I feel like in every aspect of your life and in your business, consistency is key. You need to try and create a schedule that you are going to do ideally 3 to 5 times a week that is going to post. I know that seems like a lot and I know it seems like a lot of effort, but find time in your day to do them posts together and then schedule them or whatever, or have them there in your drafts.
Yeah.
If they're in your drafts, you have an option to schedule them. Just schedule them. They will come out without you even knowing. I've been sat on like having something to eat with Jamie and then I'll open my Instagram. It freaked me out first time actually because I was like, I think I remember saying this to you. We were just as scheduling had come out and I'd obviously not heard of it. And I was like, somebody's on your Instagram. We were on holiday. And I thought somebody's on his Instagram. He's been hacked. Somebody is on his Instagram. I mean, posting great work, but who the hell is on his Instagram? Has he got a PA? But no, it was him. But scheduled. So yeah, schedule them. It's massively important. Me in 2025 now, I am starting to have Tuesdays off as schedule content creation days. So the posts are going to be scheduled and they're in there and they're ready to go.
Yeah. And I think, like, when it comes to growth, have a look. And this, we've said this before, you want to figure out, are you trying to promote and build yourself or the salon?
Yeah.
If you're trying to build yourself as an artist, obviously you can get a worldwide audience.
Yeah.
But if you want in the clients, you need to then focus more on, like, local.
Yeah.
Or, where people would be willing to travel to. So have a think about like collaborating with other local businesses or influencers. There's no good like collaborating with an influencer in LA when we live in Wakey. What's the point?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Offer incentives for referrals. So I had some little cards that say like, don't keep me a secret. And on the back, they put their name, they give it to the friend.
And then friend got discount or whatever.
Yeah, friend got discount and they got discount as well.
Yeah.
Or it could be like, if somebody tags you or does a post about coming to salon for the brows done, you give them a discount on the next appointment or something. Then like simple promotions as well to help grow that isn't like a promotion as such, but tag a friend who needs this. It might be like a really nice bouncy blow dry.
Yeah.
And the caption is literally tag a friend who needs this.
Yeah.
People will be tagging their friends.
Yeah.
You've tagged yourself in your area, so then people think, oh, not far from me.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Yeah.
And it's a snowball effect.
Yeah.
But some kind of mistakes to avoid as well. So only posting promotions. Clients want value, not ads. How pissed off do you get if you're watching YouTube? If you've got YouTube Premium, you've got too much money. But like YouTube, and an ad comes on in the middle of like...
and you're like,
or like
45-second ad, and you're desperately waiting for that.
Yeah.
3, 4, 1, skip.
Yeah.
Skipping it straight away.
Like when you open TikTok, I don't know if it's just me. If
there's an
I
ad come
open
up,
it,
pissed
it's
off
straight away an ad, and I'm like, oh, get off.
I don't care. I don't care about your picnic blankets that can keep you cool.
Yeah.
In summer. Yeah.
So even if you are doing an ad, you need to make it not look like an ad.
Yeah.
Because people don't like ads.
No.
People
People don't like being feeling like they're having stuff forced on them as well.
Yeah.
And forced to, like, to have them.
It is on here, actually. Over-editing photos to look unrealistic, but I feel like we've covered that.
We definitely have covered that.
Ignoring analytics. So your insights are going to tell you what's working. So if you don't look at, like, your analytics and your... I'm trying to think what it's bloody called on Instagram.
It's insights.
Insights. Yeah. If you're not looking at that, you're just stabbing it dark with your content.
Yeah.
You don't. Yeah. It tells you literally.
It tells you what area, what ages, what gender,
what time they're online,
what time, everything. That when you have posted on your social media, that they will what's had the most engagement and where from and who from. So you've then got like a routine to follow and thinking, well, I'm going to post it on that because when I post it on this time on this day, the followers went down or there weren't as many people viewing it. So massively important. And
then I think quick wins. So pre-shoot your content on slow days.
Absolutely.
I said this last episode about like being a bit quieter in Jan and I'm going to do some discounted treatments and get some clients in and I'm going to film all the treatments and then I'm I've got it all there. Use templates for quick professional looking posts. I have this. We use Canva for the pod, for myself and for the salon.
It's already there.
Stuff's there. I just need to put in, change the text to what I want or add a picture and then it's done.
Yeah.
Saves you so much time. And don't be scared to reuse your content. Like so many people think, oh, well, I posted that. Like post it, chop it up and re-edit it. Or post it with a new trending sound on, TikTok or whatever.
You can always delete your older one. If you don't want to have them both on there, delete your older one, but still use your content as long as you've got something that is going out there, I think, and has got a little bit of a fresher look, and it's not just the exact same post, word for word, hashtag for hashtag on your pages. I think it's a really good idea.
But also, do try reposting it. Like if you posted a reel a year ago and it's your best performing reel today, some of your followers you've lost and you've got a bunch of new ones.
Yeah, and they've not seen it.
And who remembers what you posted a year ago?
Yeah.
And then finally, a little bit of homework.
Homework yet again, guys. Yes. So this week we need you to post a before and after transformation with a client testimonial.
Yes.
This is your homework. So are we telling them to post a client before and after with the client's testimonial as well of how they
You
feel
could do it
about
as like
treatment?
the caption, yeah.
Yep. Or you could do it like as the after picture first, the before picture after that, and then what the client said about it.
Yeah. Don't forget to use code WTP Beauty School. And, have a look what has been your best performing social media post. Because I think you'll probably be surprised.
Yeah.
There'll be them, posts that you think have done well.
Yeah.
But you might look and think, God.
Nobody are even bothered about that.
Yeah.
It's always the post that you put on where you think, I wish I'd have took more hair out there.
Yeah.
Or, I wish I'd have done that colour a bit darker. They'll always end up being the ones that you think, oh my God.
Yeah.
People have just it's gone crazy. Yeah.
But we'll be back. Lucky you.
Yes.
We'll be back.
We'll be back next week.
Next week.
For another lesson of WTP's at Beauty School.
Episode 5.
Lesson 5.
And we're going to show you how to manage your clients and keep them coming back for more.
Yeah.
So we've done a bit of legwork. We've got prices set, social media game strong.
Yep.
Now we want to keep them clients coming back.
Let's get it going. So remember, like Jamie said before, like, subscribe, share, hashtag WTP Beauty School, and stay booked, busy and blessed.
Yeah. You're all free to leave. See you next week.